Well, we are about a $50 cab ride away from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. A few moments ago, the crowd here was on their feet as their beloved Jets made their way out of the tunnel. They're ready to go. We're ready to go, and it should be a good one as those New York Jets get set to face off with the Miami Dolphins. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down. And, Charles, this defense, I have to imagine, kind of licking its chops when you get a chance to face a team that's lost 3 straight.
And my surprise was listening to their head coach in his weekly presser, because normally you and I see guys that get up there and say, everybody's a threat any given Sunday, that sort of thing. But he was asked if this might be a trap game, and he essentially said he didn't see anything to worry about. Now, normally you say that to your team, but you don't tell us. You definitely don't say it to the media.
And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down. On third down, Wilson. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off, Byron Jones. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions, can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. So, Charles, a nice throw there by a man who, until this week, was the backup here, elevated to get the start due to injury. How different do you think this offense will be?
Well, the hope is not much, but obviously it's hard to say until you get out there and see how your guys respond. And fortunately, this might just be a 1 or 2 week absence. But I do think that this unit has faith in him. They believe that he can play well, and they're going to band together to give him every opportunity.
Caught on the slant, and he's brought down.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
First and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. It's a quarterback sneak, and he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. His 3rd rushing touchdown on the year, number 6 overall. And the Dolphins are going to take a first-quarter lead. Jason Sanders now for the extra point. And that makes it 7-0 Dolphins.
Makes the score Dolphins 7, Jets 0. Jason Sanders to kick off 1.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Here's Coleman now to return. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They go play action now. Wilson throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Play action. Now Wilson. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So the completion there from Zach Wilson, rookie out of BYU. Charles, what do you think they have to be on the lookout for defensively here, trying to slow him down?
Well, to me, it's sitting on the shorter and intermediate routes because he is an accurate thrower coming out of college. I think he was 73% his last season at BYU. So I'd give him as many looks as I could, but I'd force him to throw the ball over my head because a lot of the young quarterbacks, they want the safe completions, the easy throws early. Make him throw it deeper where he has to take a little bit more of a chance.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. Here's Wilson. And bringing it in, it's Davis. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Here's Wilson. And Walker has it. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
That's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 14.
H3218, chopper. It's our field. See it on. Hey, it's our house. Hey, alert 3. Patches.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. 2nd interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. They'll come out throwing here on first down. He'll get that one to Carter, complete. So no gain on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He'll get this out to the flat for Etienne. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that'll bring up a 3rd down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get it out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Touchdown, Dolphins. Will Fuller hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Dolphins lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll make the score 14-0.
14, Jets, nothing. Jason Sanders to kick off.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Here's Coleman now to return. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
On second down, they'll try and run the counter. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
Let's go.
Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
No. Check. Lucky. Squeeze. Get in there. Kill.
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
From the 39, Wilson. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked off near the 29, and he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick 6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. Here's Coleman now to return. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32. The Jets on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. And he'll give it here to his running back. The broken tackle, but couldn't create much space. Down just beyond the 35. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Play action. It's Wilson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. That pick 6 extending this lead even further. And boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the 3rd quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the 2nd half.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And a rout is on here in this first half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they gave up the pick 6. And now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up. But you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
It's our time. It's our time.
3rd and long. It's Wilson. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Eric Rowe. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Here we go, 79.
They'll look to throw here. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there, because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down.
Hey, watch this, watch this. Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Dragon 60. Mike 8.
Back to throw. He's got Fuller. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense, because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? interception, you've got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
They snap it at 1. Now Wilson. And this one complete again to Mims. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down. From midfield now, here's Wilson. And that's incomplete. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
The Jets on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5.
Hey, check, Mike 21, Mike 21.
Wilson will throw again. And that is incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Now the Jets send on Braden Mann to punt. Will Fuller back deep to return. And here's a very low line drive, almost whiffed on it. And that will hit and continue on out of bounds.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense.
Yeah,
run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out.
And that's a pleasing run there by Travis Etienne. And every time I see him carry it, I think of the word mature. Why? 4 full seasons at Clemson, not something you normally get with a running back. Had almost 5,000 yards rushing, the school record, along with 70 rushing touchdowns. That's both the school record and ACC record. The second running back taken in the draft after Najee Harris from Alabama, number 25 overall. He's now wearing number 1 in the NFL after wearing number 9 at Clemson. He loves those single digits.
All day. My game. I got it. Hey, check 24, check 24.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Here's a give to Etienne. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
On 2nd down, a run with Etienne. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12.
My game. He can't hang. He's not going to get me.
He'll look to throw. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
No chance. Watch the twist.
A handoff for Etienne. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Credit the tackle to John Franklin Myers. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. A quick throw out wide to Fuller. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. They'll drop to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Fuller. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
Watch the screen. Pass.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. So we've reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Dolphins taking a lead to the locker room. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. The first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Throwing the out route and complete. It's Fuller. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good, soft in spots. There's an easy throw and catch for another first down.
Here we go. 72 move. Watch the out. He's coming. Double up. Cowboy 80. Coming, double up.
Running out of the gun with ETN. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
At the 50-yard line.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Panther 60. Check, Panther. Trap 60.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Here's Fuller with a catch. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big play there for the Dolphins.
It doesn't look like this defense found the magic elixir at halftime. This offense was rolling in the first half, and that's continued here in the third quarter. Another big play right there.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Got a man complete. It's Fuller again. A gain of 6 there on first.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Cougar 19. 18 Cardinal.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. There's Fuller for a Dolphin touchdown. Will Fuller with touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year. And the Dolphins take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who could make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. He's got this one completed to Mims. 7 yards to pick up there.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 43-yard line.
Check pass.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Walker. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 41-yard line. That catch, by the way, number 505 of his career, and that ties him with a couple of other tight ends for the pass, Frank Wycheck and Dallas Clark.
And those guys were excellent players, but how about what we're seeing right now? 505 and rising. What a nice career he's put together.
Now Wilson on first down. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. On 3rd and 1, Wilson. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down.
Here we go. 30 base. Let's go.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And bringing it in, it's Davis. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. So a decent deficit at this stage in the second half. 4-down territory?
No doubt about it. There's not a chance that he hasn't looked ahead and said, okay, if we gain yardage on this play, this is what we'll do going forward. If we lose yardage, this is the play call that I'll have ready.
General, West. SOS. Check 31. There you go.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. And Mims has got it. Touchdown, Jets. Denzel Mims, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jets are able to get a score back. Coaches must really like to see that from the quarterback because he's had the interceptions in this game, but they're able to connect on the touchdown pass.
And teammates love to see that because they know that they miss blocks during a game, but they come back and make them later on. They miss tackles, right? They miss making plays, but the spotlight is magnified on your quarterback. And when he stands up to the pressure and comes back and throws a touchdown pass after throwing some picks earlier, they feel great about that guy.
And likewise for him personally, as a rookie quarterback, has to give him more confidence. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Still well in control of this ball game despite giving up that touchdown a moment ago. The throw down the field caught by his running back. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. So both teams trade touchdowns in the third as we're through 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Crunch, crunch, crunch. 79.
Here's 2nd and 8. Going to take a shot for Gallup. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A big play there for the Dolphins. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
A give to Etienne running right.
And they'll get him down right about the 20. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Check the outs, check the outs, check the outs. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Another tote for Etienne.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
44 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
Ready up. Mike, 56, right there, 56. 19, Tiger, 19, Tiger.
They'll look to throw.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
They are certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the 4th quarter.
On play action, they'll throw.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound.
He'll drop to throw.
He's got his tight end Long. Touchdown, Miami.
That's a touchdown. That's a touchdown.
Hunter Long.
His 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Dolphins extend their lead, and they are about to get to a 9-2 record.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that will extend this big lead.
Jason Sanders to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Here's Coleman now to return. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory. but it does not appear that that's going to be the kick. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run in the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
And if you're looking for proof of his speed, Next Gen Stats shows that he was traveling just over 21 miles an hour there. McCann's got it teed up. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And this one has gone pretty well to form. They've come in, had little problem thus far, and now they'll try to polish things off in the fourth. They'll come out throwing here on first down. It's complete to Fuller. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the fourth quarter.
One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. He couldn't get rid of it. He winds up losing a yard. It's 2nd down. Second and 11.
Hey, come on. 60 Eagle. 60 Eagle. Come on here. Come get something. He don't want it. Whip, 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 whip. Watch the whip. Watch switch, watch switch, watch switch.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Fuller. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. He'll look to throw. He'll get that underneath ETN. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just kind of give us that look like that's what he's paid to do. So it's a very unusual situation. I'd want him out. They tend to leave him in.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. 54 yards rushing for him now as his fine rookie season continues.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he's got Fuller.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. And they'll go again with ETN. He's got the first down inside the 10. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. They'll go with a keeper. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Leads to 2nd and goal.
Under 10, under 10, 10.
They'll try and sneak it here. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out of the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You could see them sag on their sideline, and I think this one might just be over.
Here's Coleman now to return. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game is played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. Flushed out right. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Go! 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21. Hut. Watch the twist, watch the twist. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. Joker.
Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
One last shot for Wilson. And this is going to be caught. So it affects the final score, not the outcome, but it is a late touchdown here on the game's final play. Doesn't affect the outcome, but hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot.
A lot there. The extra point is good, but it only impacts the final score as this game comes to a close. Well, on the one side, if you try to take away something positive from this game, they played to the final whistle, getting the touchdown there on the last play, but still, all for naught, really.
Yeah, I'd say give them points for positivity. I like that. That part is good. But I often wonder, when the game is